Hello and welcome back. This is the 8th part of Little Big Planet Sasuke Warrior. Our next contestant is the 96th contestant. And he fails. Next up is the 97th contestant, who this is his first time on her first time on the course. She does well with the first obstacle, and she's easily up to the second. How will she do on the third? Perfect release. And she's back. If she has to do that, anyone? And she's failed. Next up is a returning contestant. I don't have high hopes at all. Only one person like this has ever cleared stage 1 in the history of Sasuke Warrior, Little Big Planet. And she didn't. Next up is another newcomer. But will he beat stage 1 and become the 4th person to advance to stage 2? He's doing well. Oh, and just a bit too early. Next up is someone who has competed in about, I'd say, 2/3 of the competitions. But he's never advanced to stage 2. And this time will be no different. Next up is our 100th contestant. Will he be the 4th to clear stage 1 or be just another casualty? Remember, there's 200, not just 100. Just to give more people more chances to ultimately fail. And some to miraculously be victorious. Oh! He rushed it and it cost him. Next up is contestant 101. How will she do? And she mistimed her jump. Next up is a Cyclops. Will one eye help her today? She's done better than a lot of the two-eyed contestants, knowing exactly when to let go. But now, this obstacle has been doing plenty of damage today. One eye, one die. Next up is contestant 103. How will he do? Making short work of the first obstacle, has a little bit of trouble getting up to the second. But he's doing just fine. Now, how will he do on this second obstacle? Perfect. He did it absolutely perfect. Now, if only he could do this obstacle absolutely perfect. There. And it just happened not to be so perfect. Next up is someone who's competed in almost every single competition, maybe missing 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5. Here's number 105. How will he do? Bad. That's how he'll do. Next up is another returning contestant. He hopes this time he'll finally reach stage 2. He easily clears the first obstacle. Now if only he could easily get up the second. Oh, he did. Up to the second. Second obstacle is the easiest obstacle probably out of all of them. And he agrees. But he hopes to get through all of the obstacles simply and easily. But it just wasn't meant to be. Next up is number 107. He hopes to be the first person to beat the 4th obstacle today. And be only the 4th person to clear stage 1 out of the whole competition. Will both his dreams come true? He's doing really well. He easily gets out, and he makes his way up to this obstacle. And he makes his way back down. He's not out for the count yet. But it just wasn't meant to be. The podium jump strikes again. Next up is number 108. But will she be able to clear the first stage and be only the 4th person to clear? Or will she fail? She hopes that her Ninja Devil skills will be able to bring her to victory. No shot, as she is squished. Next up is a newcomer. He's number 109. Will she be able to clear the first stage on her very first time? She's making short work of it so far. Will she make short work of this obstacle? Now the dreadful podium jump. She makes short work of that one too. And she throws herself straight into the dreaded X jump. Making short work of that one too. But now one of the most brutal obstacles of the whole competition. But she just didn't have it in her to clear. But the best performance so far in this episode. Next up is 110. Will she be able to beat the first stage? And she is the last person in this episode. Because we have 15 per episode. Except in small ones if the camera's low on space. So I can just get a few more in. This is her, I believe, first time competing. She handles it like a pro, and is now on to the dreaded X jump. She clears it easily, nicely and easily. She clears that obstacle with ease as well. And now she's on to the super jump. She clears that with ease and now is going to the warped wall with 70 seconds left on the clock. But will she be able to climb up in one? She falters, but makes it up easily on her second attempt. Makes it over easily, and now she's on to the final climb. With 50 seconds to spare. Will she have the fastest time, or will the hill climb, or will the final climb stop her in her tracks? 32.53 seconds to spare. She has cleared stage 1 and is in to stage 2. Will our next contestant join her? Stay tuned.